Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Thank you for tuning to Imam Malish. Today I prepared for you just a simple topic, very beautiful. Uh, it's something that affects almost everyone, including me and you, all of us. Brothers and sisters, there comes a situation whereby you feel like you have sinned. It is something very great. You reach situation whereby you feel like you are different from the rest because of the gratitude of the sin that you think it is very big. Our brothers and sisters, I would like to give you just a simple advice that you can take. Mashallah, everyone has good stories in their life to tell, bad, good, whatever it may. But I'd like to tell you that in whatever condition you are, in whatever situation you are, wherever place you are, and whoever you are, just know that the Almighty Allah Azza wa Jal is Ghafurur Rahim. He forgives. Indeed, He forgives any kind of a sin. It's not a big deal. No, the difference between Islam and other religion is that there is no middleman that you need to do as intermediation direct if you need some urgencies. There is no middleman for you to be forgiven your sin. For example, you don't need to go to a mashaykh to be forgiven your sin. You don't need to read a book or a chapter to be forgiven your sin. You don't need to go anywhere else to be forgiven your sin. That's not the right way. It is just simple. Wherever you are, just raise your hand up and tell Allah Azza wa Jal, I have done this and this, and I'm here seeking for your forgiveness. Just believe that Allah Azza wa Jal is oft forgiving any kind of a sin except one. Brothers and sisters, just listen to that and make sure you do the right thing. Don't feel like you're out of place. You know, whenever some people sin, for example, I'm just picking it as an example. I'm not trying to encourage the sin. For example, someone who smokes, brothers and sisters. When you look at someone who smokes, it is something dangerous, it's something haram, not good in Islam. You know, when you smoke, it's a disgusting sin that you can do in front of people, out of people, whatever it may be. As you're in that process, it's addiction. So addiction, you can't tell me that it is something that can be stopped just an abrupt way. It is a gradual change that if Allah wills, I will change. It's a gradual thing that you will do to improve. So brothers, some people tend to change their behavior whenever they start such immorality. They start behaving like that. And I would like to tell you that even though you are doing the worst part of a sin, it should not stop you from doing good. It should not stop you from doing good. For example, going to prayer. It should not stop you from going for prayer, giving zakah, helping the needy, whatever it may be. You never know, Allah Azza wa Jal is testing. This world we have been sent into, it is a test. So whatever situation you are in, don't feel out of place. Feel like you are in an examination room and you are doing a paper. It is something that you feel like, am I doing the hard question or it's an easy question? So your determination and your own spiritual feeling to that thing that you are facing right now, it determines whether you'll get a tick or not. I want you to know that your karma towards response to any other action that you are seeing in front of you determines your future. So brothers and sisters, I'd like to tell you that wherever you are, just raise your hand up to Allah Azza wa Jal. Tell Him, I have done this and this. Forgive me. That's just done, you know. That's how simple our religion is. Brothers and sisters, I would like to tell you in the hadith, it's Hadith al-Qudus, an authentic hadith. Nabina Muhammad, rather before that, Allah Azza wa Jal is conveying in His Holy Quran, O my slave, Ya ibadi, Ya ibadi alladhina asrafu. O my slaves, Allahu Akbar. Listen to this. O my slaves, those who have transgressed against themselves, don't you ever, ever, ever give up hope in the mercy of Allah Azza wa Jal. Don't you ever give up hope in the mercy of Allah Azza wa Jal. You see how Allah is trying to tell you? Is oft forgiving, so merciful. Whatever condition you are in, brothers and sisters, Allah is trying to tell us here, do not lose hope that He might not forgive you. Whatever sin you are facing, I want to tell you that He can forgive you. It is what He has told us here. يا عبادي الذين أسرفوا على أنفسهم لا تقنطوا من رحمة الله لا تقنطوا من رحمة الله إن الله يغفر الذنوب جميعا. He forgives. He forgives any kind of a sin, however it is. I want you to understand that. There is a simple concept I want us to understand about Islam. You usually have BBF, it's BBF, best friends forever. He's saying that I want you to understand how great Allah is. We have best friends, me, you, everyone there must have got someone close to them, Al-Qawi, the one you can lean your shoulders to whenever you have some challenges, problems, you can explain to. But I want to tell you that however close that friendship of yours is, you can tell him even, brother, they can shoot me instead of you, I can die for you, I can do whatever it is, such that you are just always safe. I will protect you, I'll do whatever it is, such that you are always he, and we can be together, we can chat together, I love you so much, whatever it is, you blah 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 words. And I want to tell you that however best the friend can be, just once, touch a wrong button, just once like this, touch a wrong button, and you see the friend can disown you. Haven't you ever seen people being disowned by their friends? Hatred comes along when love was there. Love is being now replaced with hatred. You see what it is? Rather even not that. I've seen blood brothers go for war, fighting each other because of this and that, this and this, you did this and this, silly issues, They fight each other to death. You see how the world is? People are so different in the way that you may see the perspective to Allah Azza wa Jal. Rather, before that, even when you look at the company, for example, a person working in a company, you even come 1 hour or 30 minutes earlier and you go 30 minutes late from work, you go very late, you come very early. Whatever dedication that you try to show to that kind of work you are doing, if you break a rule for that company, brother or sister, you'll be thrown away from that company. However much you try to please human can never be pleased. I want you to know that. So that is it. This dunya is not balanced. There is no balance. It's nothing. Nothing good lasts forever, This dunya is just, you have to know that it's not khair for the believers. It's just Jannah for the non-believers. You should understand that. So that is it. If you understand this perspective, human can never forgive. Even your own mother, when you do something, she has the possibility of disowning you. Haven't you seen people being disowned by their mother? Which is the worst thing a parent can ever do. Being disowned. But Allah Azza wa Jal won't disown you. You have to just come forth. You have to know that whatever sin you are, when you come to Allah Azza wa Jal in front of Him, He will forgive you. Let's look at this. Allah say that, do whatever you please. Do whatever you please. Do it 1,000,000 times, billion times. Disobey me. Do whatever you want for 10 years, for 20 years, for 30 years, for 40 years, for more, whatever kind of years. Never pray, never fast, sin among sins. Then once you turn to me and say, Ya Allah, Allah Azza wa Jal responds, Na'am ya abd, what do you want? Allah forgives. I want you to know that Allah Azza wa Jal forgives. You don't need to read a book to be forgiven your sin. You don't need to go to a mashaykh to be forgiven your sin. Whatever condition, whatever situation you are in, just know Allah forgives you. Have you forgotten the verse that I've just told you? Do whatever you please. Do it a million times. Do it a billion times. Disobey me. Do whatever you want for 20 years, for 30 years, for 40 years. Whatever it is, never pray, never fast, never do anything good. But just once you turn to me. Once you turn to me and say, Ya Allah. And then Allah said, Na'am ya abd, what do you want? Oh my slave, what do you want? See how great it is? Brothers and sisters, Tubu ilallah. Let's turn back to Allah Azza wa Jal. Whatever great your sin is. And Allah Azza wa Jal also has conveyed that if you come to me with an oath, Lord of sin, but you don't associate partners with me, I'll come to you with forgiveness that marches it. Allahu Akbar. Allah has continued and say that if you come to me a handspan, I come to you an arm's length. If you come to me walking, my slave, I come to you running. My slaves, whenever you remember me, I remember you. If you have a sin right now where you are, tell him, Ya Allah, I've done this and this, forgive me. Don't bring takabbur along it. Don't bring takabbur, feeling that you're different. Have you forgotten that Allah has created you? ثم خلقنا النطفة علقة فخلقنا العلقة مضغة فخلقنا المضغة عظاما فكسونا العظام لحما ثم أنشأناه خلقا آخر فتبارك الله أحسن الخالقين. Allah Azza wa Jal created you from nothing. You are not something. He created you from nobody. You are not somebody. He created you from none of existence and you are now existing. He created you and you were nothing and now you are something. Can't you think that there is something great that He has done for you? Can't you see? You were nothing, He made you to something. It is that God who saved Ibrahim when he was being thrown to hellfire. It is that God who was there when Ibrahim went to slaughter his son. The knife couldn't cut. How miraculous, how great, how azim our Lord is. It is only when you get a fruit and you taste it, that is when, and you bite it, that is when you know how sweet it will be. So, do it such that Allah Azza wa Jal is on your side before you die. Assalamu alaikum.